Welcome everyone. We are doing a bit of a different live stream today. I will be developing a bit and I will work on cinematics, one cinematics. I will make triggers and other stuff for it, and then I will go in to play a bit of my own map, and the map will be played without cinematics, so just gameplay, and everything else except for some polish should be fairly good and ready to go. So which map are we talking about right now? We are talking about the 7th map. Okay, this is the map, this is the editor, the old editor 1.32. I will probably have to backup it in the future, and yeah, so we have quite a bit of stuff with respect to the last time we saw the map. We have the landing site with landing ships, we have a lot of various tribes, we have ice trolls, we have polar furbolgs, which I really liked. I mean, this is really good looking, and we made specific polar furbolgs hut. Then we have Nerubians, as many Nerubians as you want. You will see them in game. You have Tuskers, and Tuskers will be neutral. You can attack them and turn them neutral hostile, but they are neutral. And you have a teamed mercenary camp for the Tuskers. And we have a Goblin Merchant, and this Goblin Merchant, there is a sort of side quest with this, but it's not actually a quest, but it's interesting. We have an interesting Magna Tower here, doing some weird stuff, who knows what it's doing. And then we have all the enemy bases, and from my latest tests, they are quite strong. They can really attack you. We have the dwarfs. Say hello to Belgun, okay? We try to make Belgun look at much faithful to the original World of Warcraft design as possible, with a dwarf base. And then we have, of course, the main enemy base you have to destroy. This is the map, more or less, so you will see it in action later. Now I would like to work on cinematics. So, do you know how cinematics are actually done inside the Warcraft 3 World Editor? Because I had received some often some people telling me, hey, we would like to help you in the to make cinematics in the World Editor. We are good in Unreal or Unity, and I have to tell them it is not the same. So, do you know how are they made? Asking to my amazing chat. Because it's weird. If you think how it's done, it's quite weird. Especially respect to StarCraft 2. No one has ideas. Okay. Basically, guys, cinematic is like that. This is a cinematics. Okay. This is not a complete cinematics. This is an old cinematics. This is a cinematics from another map. It's ported from a previous map because this way I have the same template, and then I will just work on it. Okay. And I will probably work on the second one because I already started outlining some stuff, so I can go up to speed a bit sooner. Cinematics are triggers. Basically, in Warcraft 3, you don't make special cinematics like you do in StarCraft 2 or in every other engine. You actually play the game. During the cinematics, you are issuing orders to unit to play the game. This is basically it. Okay, it's quite weird. If you look at it from Unity, from a Unity perspective, or even a StarCraft 2 perspective, you see it's very limiting, because you have to start the game and see the how the cinematics play out by playing the game, and it's very, very tedious process. And you will see some of this tedious process with me today, so aren't you not happy? So, cinematics. First of all, how do I work for this? The first thing you have to do is to place units. As you can see here, you have 1, 2, 3 Arthas, 2 Muradins, a lot of copies of Captain Marwyn and Captain Falric. This is definitely not how it's supposed to be in game, okay? But this is how you need to place the unit in order to design a cinematic. Because once you place the unit, and these are the starting point and the arrival point, other positions, and so forth. And when you do that, you can then start by placing the most important stuff, which are the cameras, okay? So you actually come here and place camera. For example, let's say, oh, I like this, how this look. Create camera. Can you see the edit camera button? Oh no, wait a second, you cannot see anything because it's stupid. Okay, this is the camera. You cannot even see the camera properties. So you create camera, you can edit camera. So for example, if I do this and then I can edit stuff, and you can see I can go up and down. You cannot see the interface because it's a different window, and so I have to add all the windows on this. I can try, yeah? Wait a second, maybe I can try to add all the windows to OBS. So this is a window, and this is camera properties, and this is camera properties. Okay. So if I have camera properties, for instance, this is camera properties, okay, and so I can change stuff. Okay, I can preview and change the target, change the offset, change the rotation, change the angle of attack, the distance, the field of view. Okay, this will change a lot. You can see this can create quite good cinematic effects. This is a very important setting. This is the far clipping. Let's see what happens if I lower the far clipping. Okay, if you lower the far clipping, you will see a black edge here, a solid black line. It's not actually black in the game. In the game, it's the skybox, and it's used to say to the engine, "Hey, stop rendering after that." And this is done in order to preserve CPU power, okay? Because if you render too much, you will decrease frame rate. This is just a camera I was trying out, and I have already designed these cameras. Okay, we have 2 cameras for the first shot. I usually design them with camera with a letter indicating the shot, and then wait, let me move a bit this window. Wait a second, I will move the window here. Okay, this is now more similar to how it looks to me. Okay, and I usually use a letter to define the shot. So I have shot A, shot B, shot C, shot D, and so forth. And then I use a number in order to identify in which order the camera should be interpolated one into another. Okay. Where there is no number, that means you have no interpolation and you have just a shot. So, for example, you are supposed to interpolate from here to here, then you are supposed to just say here, and you have a static camera, then another static camera, then another static camera, and then you have a couple of static cameras that represent the 2 actors inside a single conversation. Okay, then you have another shot where you will go a bit higher in order to look at at these units, okay, so to conclude with a bit of motion. It's usually good to conclude with a bit of motion. And this also has numbers. This is finally the camera view for the default game. When you resume the game, you will start with this camera view, which is a copy of the game view centered in this position. Okay, this is how it works. Yeah, Zodiac. This is a way to tell myself there is a transition to be played there, because when you are going to program it, and I will do it quite soon, you will see that you need to remember the names of each one of them, and if you don't use specific standards to name them, you will be very in trouble. Okay, so first of all, once you've done the cameras, you can go and work with regions. Let me see, you can see the region palette. Perfect. So this is the region palette. And with the region palette, you can see all the various regions, okay? These are all the regions. Usually blue ones are the ones that I use for cinematics. And they also follow a specific standard. You should place a region exactly around a unit when you teleport the unit or spawn a unit in a certain position. You should instead make sure the unit is quite far, the region is behind of afar or behind in front of the unit, in case you want to have the unit walk towards that position. Because when you reach a certain region, you want usually to stop the unit there, and so when you stop the unit there, it will stop at the border of the region. So you have to place the region in a meaningful way. These regions are placed this way in order to represent where you want your units to go. For example, 001s are usually used to spawn the units. So here is where Arthas spawn, here is where Falric and Marvin spawn, here is where the various peasants spawn. Okay, then you have the 1, and in this case, for example, for the peasants, this is the 1. Okay, these, and these are places where they are going to go. Okay, they will move towards them. Of course, since we know these cinematics, we know that they will shoot them. Okay, they will shoot at them, so they will not reach it, and they will flee back to this other position. Captain Marvel and Falric will always teleport, because it makes no sense to have them move. Okay, the more unit you move, the more you have petting issues. So if you don't need to move a unit, because you can just teleport it, move instantly, because you have a unit, because you can move the unit while the player is not watching with the camera, then it works really well, and you can really avoid a lot of petting issues. When you see stuff, you have to walk, but if you don't see stuff, just teleport. It's far easier. And if you place the camera in the right way, for example, like this, if after they are shot like there, they will move inside, okay, to the trees, and then I use this shot here. With this shot here, I will have this. I will not see Falric and Marvin. So while my peasant move, I can teleport my two captains and show them in an aggressive position, when later they are shown in this specific shot. Okay, and this also gives the impression that Arthas has a small party with him. This is it basically. So I made all the various regions. I forgot to place some peasants here, and here, because these are needed in order to build these buildings on the background where they speak, because I want to show the player, hey, we are building a base there. Okay, and so that's basically it. Okay, this is basically it. One thing I can do is to just, if I want, I usually do this just to make sure nothing happens. I can make these units, but these units are neutral, so they don't do anything. I think I can reuse these units. Otherwise, when units are not neutral or units are supposed to do stuff, I usually just hide the units and then re-show all the units. But I think it's not necessary to create dummy copies of this one. You can just show this one because they will not do anything. Okay, so yeah, you Zodiac never want to do work that will not be seen. This is the basic rule of everything. Even in 3D work, if you are doing a 3D shot, okay, a 3D rendering, you don't want to show anything besides what your camera have there. So it's if you want to show a room, you don't need to build the house. This is the point. And this also applies here, especially with cinematics, because cinematics can be really hard to make, and pathing it's very troublesome. Okay, so first thing to do now, we have all of these placeholder units. We need to keep track of all of these units' positions, and we do so in a specific trigger. I will first create all the triggers used to move these units from this position to all of their positions. Okay, so we create all these triggers. Then, once I've done that, I will create a setup triggers that spawn the units and prepare the environment. After that, I will start working on the cinematics properly. Okay, so let's do this. Let me show you the trigger editor, because we will be working in the trigger editor. Okay, so these are our triggers. I started already to do some of them, but this is really slow, so I need to remove that, and then we use unit move instantly. Let me search unit move unit and face angle. Okay, so when I teleport Arthas from 00 to 01, I will go here in the game view, and I will from 00 to 01. So in 01 he has 82, 83 degrees orientation. So we'll go back to the trigger editor and we say move. I should have already defined him. Scene 02 Arthas instantly, so center of scene 02 Arthas 01 and face 83. Okay, this is, for example, a teleport trigger. Okay, you will run this trigger in order to move Arthas. When doing the cinematics, you run these triggers because it's much better to run these triggers instead of doing that inside the cinematics. Yeah. Okay, so we might have noticed something. We have a lot of units here, but I think we have not defined enough variables. So I'll go back to my trigger editor and define more variables. I go on cinematics, and then I have, these are all the variables here. So you have Muradin, Arthas, no glow, and stop. I need also Arthas, walk sound. I need Python A, walk sound, B, walk sound, and C, walk sound. Then I need as units, I think it's peasants, yeah, no peasants, I always get it wrong. I mean, who cares? It's not that important. Peasant C, and then I have Falric, Marin, then I have Rifleman A and the Rifleman B. These are the units, these are the sounds. I will probably need more sounds later on, but this is more or less everything I need. Now, let's go back here and let's just work. Okay. We have Arthas here. Arthas now glow. Move from 0-1 to Arthas 0-2. We play Arthas walk sound, and we enable this. This is correct, okay? Then we enable this trigger, and when a unit arrives this position, this is not in there anymore, I stop and rotate Arthas. So I stop this sound, I stop the unit, then stop the sound, and here I will stop the unit. Then I can wait. Okay, then when it reaches a certain position, I don't need to play animation. I think I can just play a simple animation. Arthas no glue, cinematic, listening 1. You can see this. No, you cannot see this. This is very bad. Okay, let me have a look if I can add also this other window. It has 2000 windows, these things. Okay, you should be able to see it now. Okay. So, cinematic listening 1. Yeah, you see everything. Amazing. And then we can stop here. We need to check how much should we rotate Arthas. So we go in Arthas no glow, and we rotate it. This is in position 0-2. So we search for Arthas in 0-2, and it's here, and it's 0-2. It is here. Oh no, why that? This is terrible. Okay, terrible. It's very hard to work with all these windows with OBS. Okay, we have Arthas here. Arthas here is 12, so we go back here, and this is not the right window. Why is it doing that? I cannot find the right window. This is bad. Which window? Action types. This is the right one. Okay. So we face 12, and we are done. Okay. Okay. So we also do the same thing here. We are it's duplicating the window. Okay. I guess I will not. I'm not going. This trigger properties is not working as I would like it to work. Let me. Oh, it's not possible because it changes the names every time. So I guess I need to kill this one, trigger properties. Yes, I have to kill this one. Or I can try to do another thing. This is way worse. But I think you can see everything right now, right? Yes, you can see everything I do right now, so I should not be worried about everything. So teleport Arthas to the next. I can just copy the action from here, and this is always 0-2. This is needed probably because I might teleport while it's moving. I'm not sure, 100%, but just make sure. So it's 12, and I will write it. Note: this can be used to override the move arrive trigger. So we also turn it off here, and we disable sound here. Okay, so now I can disable sound just like I did here, and I will disable it here, and we are turn off this one too with cinematic 02 artas arrive to 02, and here I will turn off. We also turn off teleport here, and I will turn off here. Cinematic 02 artas teleport from 01 to 02. Okay, then I have the last one, which is artas move away. I have from 02 to 03. This is 03, and then I also have technically 04, but the 04 will just be used to start the game. Okay, so it's not needed in the cinematic properly. It's related to the cinematic, but it's not needed properly. So we'll move to 03 here. Hearts no glow. Move to R03 and play Artas World Sound and stop. And this is Artas, okay? We need to do the same for every one of them, but many of them have much less stuff than Artas, okay? So I have let's see, okay, yes, oh sorry, so I have Marwyn, Falric, and they have to teleport once, twice. So they have just teleport from 00 to 01 to from 01 to 02 and stop. Let me save just to make sure I will not lose my progresses. Always save, especially if you want to work on the PTR 1.33 editor. Remember to save often because the editor crashes a lot. Okay, so we go here and we make Marwyn teleport from 00 to 01, and we can just copy, just teleport Marwyn to the next, and we move cinematic 02 Marwyn to center of cinematic 02 Marwyn 01, and we have a specific facing, so we have 1 2 7 1 2 7. Okay, then we teleport from 01 to 02, and now it's the same, and we have here, and this is 47. I usually approximate, and then it's done. This is turn off, and this should remember to turn on the later one, because of course you want to make sure you cannot do them in the wrong order. Okay, so I think I forgot that here. Yeah, I forgot. So these should turn on Artas move. This should turn on teleport. And this should turn on move away. This one also should turn on move away. Okay, it's done. Okay, let's go with Falric. It's always the same, more of the same, guys. I know this is tedious. I mean, you are doing this as busy work, but this is needed if you want to really enjoy what comes later, okay? Because otherwise you will not enjoy it. It will be one of the most hard thing in the world, and it will be very hard to do in the proper way. So just teleport Falric to the next. Make sure to actually copy this one and this one too. Okay, and then you move scene 02 Falric to cinematic 02 Falric 01, facing. How much are we going to make him face? He will face 357. 357. Oh no, I mean this is wrong. 357 is the value for the last one. Okay, let's just make the last one. So at least I have the right value. Okay, and here it's not that one, it's that one. 27. Okay, it's done. Now we are with Muradin. Muradin starts here and goes here. He will walk to here, but we will also teleport, just like Arthas. So he has a move away, a move here, an arrive here, and a teleport here. So it's much more similar to Arthas. Move and arrive. So we have Muradin, teleport from 0, 0 to 0, 1. We also, we can move in there. Muradin, move from 0, 0 to 0, 1. And we have Muradin, arrive to 0, 1. Finally, we have Muradin move from 0. Just let me just do this later. Okay, so we turn on here the arrive trigger. Muradin arrive. This is on by default, like that one. These will also turn off the Muradin teleport. These will also turn off the arrive. Okay, now I have here just move Muradin, not Arthas, this is Muradin. Then, okay, so I have Muradin no glow. Move to cinematic 01, Muradin 01, yeah. I have this walk sound, the last thing I will add, okay? They requires a bit more time. I will not add sounds today, but I will try to do as much as possible. Muradin 01, cinematic 02, Muradin low. This is okay. Turn on. This is not ready yet. Stop and rotate Muradin. Order Muradin to stop. It's always the same thing. Stop Muradin walk sound. Is okay. Make sure Muradin faces a certain angle, and this certain angle is that one. So it's here. It's 201. And then the same thing. As always, you will play this animation, but you will probably teleport it, but just to make sure. This is the same, more of the same. Teleport Muradin. Move Muradin instantly. Muradin 01. Facing, and oh, I just checked. Why I don't remember. 201. Okay. Okay. Then I have one more, and one more is a move. So I just copy that and 02. And I have Muradin. This is no arrival. It will not arrive anywhere. This is move away. Actually, usually the last one is move away. When it's written move away, it means it's not supposed to arrive anywhere because the cinematic is going to end, okay? That's the meaning of it. And this should go to Muradin 02, exactly, and this is okay. And this should be enabled by the last one. So this is Muradin, move away, and this is copied here and here and the same. Okay, perfect. This should walk, move away, okay. Of course, this is turned off. Then let me see. Okay. Yeah, glow and no glow. Yes, glow and no glow are they worked in classic because you could use an action to remove the glow, but in Reforged you cannot. So you have to have duplicate models with and without the glow. And so the no glow Muradin is actually a Muradin copy without lots in order to save some space, and that uses that has no glow. Okay, and it's much better for cinematics. So we now need to do let's save. Now let's go to the peasants. The peasant will do a bit more stuff. Okay, the peasants we have. They move, and teleport once. So they have first one move, then another move, and so they have actually 2 arrive triggers. One will never fire, in my opinion. Let me think. I think they will have 1 arrive trigger because the first one they should not arrive there. They should be timed appropriately, but I will see. But so we have a move and a move. Let me do this. So we have peasants. Move from 0001. Just move the peasant to the next. I like to write this. I started to write the peasants when I was starting to do this stuff, and I kept because it's like, I don't know, a tradition. I don't know. It really makes not much sense because I don't know how many people will actually watch my triggers and do this kind of stuff. I don't know. I get not that many. From 01 to 02, this is when they get shot. Yeah, because when they get shot, actually, I could. I will probably do something in the cinema. I will need to think about that. If I can make them fit into the standard. Here. We have when arrive 01, we have peasant, okay, and here I will have this noise note. We don't play the walk sound because they never stop walking. Okay, then we have an arrive trigger, so we copy this one and this peasant up. Arrive to 02, and we finally have a teleport. It's 02, peasant teleport from 02 to 03, and it's where they will end. Okay, so the arrive trigger, and if a unit enters cinematic 002, peasant 02, and the unit is cinematic 02 peasant A, then we turn on the next one, which is the teleport, cinematic 02 peasant teleport. This should be turned off. This should turn on the arrival trigger. Stop and rotate the peasant. Order peasant to stop. Stop peasant walk sound. Then we need to make him face something, as always. So this is the peasant here. Okay, this is A. A is this one. So this is 70. And I can actually play. I don't know, maybe they have an injured animation, I don't know, I don't remember. If they don't, I will just pay a listening one, but it could be cool with an injured animation. Okay. Scared animation, that would be really cool. Then we have, okay, this one, no move away, just teleport the peasant. And we will also animate for building, because they will build the town hall and the farm. They will play the building animation, so when you start the game you will see the complete structure and you have a sense of, okay, they are actually building our encampment. They are in the background, so it should not be too invasive, it should not deter to the immersion of the cinematic, in my opinion. Because it's in the background. If it's on the forefront, it's much worse, because of course the scale don't match that well. So we move the peasant 1 A to its position 3, and we need to know how much do we face. So he is that one, and he face 113. Okay, 113. Animate for building, that means that we need to choose an animation, and we have this. For example, stand work, it's the good one, because you know buildings are made by actually attacking them with your axe. So animation, play unit animation, plane cinematic 02, present up, stand work. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's do for peasant B, more of the same, it's all the same. We just need to change the name and the unit involved. Very tedious work, you know? I did that for many more units in certain cinematics. The point I really was tired of doing it. Sometimes I take just some longer breaks because it's really long to do. This is B. Oh no, this is B. And it's peasant's B walk sound. I usually use the same walk sound across the same unit types, but I will change the pitch a bit in order to make them sound different, and so you have the sensation of more people of the same type walking around. Usually it's very good. If you choose the sound in the right way, it's quite fitting. So we have this is B arrive, and we have order into a to move to that one. Okay, we have that one. Let's B2. Oh, this note is wrong here. Still the same. I can't wait to start working on the setup and the cleanup. Okay. Okay. It's not 70, however, it should be, it's B. So BB is 1, and E is 7.2. Okay, 7.2 is still quite fine. Okay. Then I have that one again, finally. Just one more to go after this. And this is the last one, and it's facing 104. And of course it's... Oh, why? This is not right. It's B and it's here. Oh my god. Okay, it's that one. 2, 6. Okay. let's do the last one. Then I will come to chat a bit and see if you wrote me anything in this long interval of time. So this is peasant C move from 01 to 02. This is peasant C arrive at 02. This is peasant C teleport. And let me also change that stuff. Okay, and this, okay. So let's change the units. Okay. This is already seen. Going to stop this. Peasant C. Peasant C. And here it's 1104. Okay, that's the right one. Now is the right one. The man himself. Okay. And now we have the last one. And it should be that one. It is. Make sure do not have too much wired commands with the keyboard when you are selecting regions, because the editor likes to crash when you select region the wrong way. Usually if you press too much enter, it will crash. Okay. Great. Okay. So okay, so let me check the comment section. Oh, it's like watching a making of when you buy the Blu-ray disc of a movie. Yeah. Yes, this is how it's done, and I know it's not the most appealing thing. I should play later, so if I hope you will have more fun when I play, but this is how stuff is done if you want to see how it's done. Okay, so let me go back to my display capture and let's dive into other two important triggers, the setup and the cleanup. The setup creates all the environment we use to make a cinematic, and the cleanup restore everything to the default game settings. Then we will resume the game or start the game if we are at the first cinematic. Okay, so we do some stuff which it's usually always the same thing. We run the setup, we save the Aldi color filter, because sometimes people like to have the Aldi color filter and it's very bad for cinematics. We save the camera view. In this case it's not needed because we have a huge change in the map, so it will teleport all your unit to your base, and if you are going creeping in the meantime, it's bad for you because of course you need all units there. Okay, so it's better for you if your units are there. So I will not save the camera view. Then I will clear current selection, and I will not restore your selection because I will select different. I can keep the selection actually. Maybe keep. No, I think you should select Artas and Muradin. And camera bounce. Okay. Then we hide the items and we can set up the sounds. Now I'm not going to set up sounds here. I don't know if I have any good I don't have any good sounds here, so who cares? I will do that later. This is no choreography here. Turn the day-night cycle off. Okay, we don't need to it to rain. We can set the sky to northern. We should actually check this out later in game. We disable auras, of course. We hide wildlife, and the wildlife we hide are seals. This picket unit is a unit comparison. Not important. We can hide everything. It's not a structure. Yes. Hide and pose user units. Yes. Hide and pose Scourge units. Yes, for all Scourge players. And this is not a Scourge player, so we need to also this one, and these actually are not there at this time, so it is not needed, and this is not needed. Okay, this is not needed too. This is not needed too, because then they're not visible. And dwarf units, I need to hide and pose dwarf units. And this is unit owned by player Dwarven Expedition, and then neutral hostile is the same. This is not needed. We don't have so many units. This is not needed. This is not needed. Okay. These are the main gameplay mechanics. We need probably also to hide some stuff like Muradin. I will need to hide Muradin. So it's dwarfs. We also need to hide Muradin. Okay. Then main gameplay mechanics, we are not interested. Mal'Ganis no glow, we are not interested in Mal'Ganis actually, but we can reuse some of this stuff. So this is the basic setup trigger, okay? You have a bit more time, more stuff here to set up. So setup Arthas no glow. Let's start with Arthas. So we need to create one Arthas no glow, human custom. Arthas no glow. At the center of cinematic 02 Arthas 00 facing, and we need to check out this angle. So we have here, and we have 144. This I will keep this for Muradin later. This is Arthas no glow. Where are you? Okay. Change Arthas no glow blend time, movement speed to 100. We want him to walk. When he has to walk, we want him to walk. Okay. Also the walk animation speed. These values I set are usually the best values I have been I've found. Okay, so it's actually quite important. These values are not casual values. Okay, it's values that I have found with a lot of work. So we have Arthas walk sound, so cinematic 02 Arthas. Okay, okay, this is good. Now the same thing for Muradin. This is Muradin no glow. This is all correct. This should be 100. Maybe it's too fast for a dwarf, so I'll probably reduce it to 80. Let me check with 80. Probably 80 is better. Dwarves are slower than humans, we know. Whoever played Dungeons and Dragons knows. So change color to, and the color is light blue. And the nice thing is that is created the same way. It's created for the player. Okay, I will not use the default unit. I will use the player. Center of cinematic 02 Muradin 00 facing. What is the facing of this guy? And it's facing it 242. 242. Okay, now Let's prepare Falric and Marwyn. Falric, and then the peasants. Okay, so it's the same. We create, we change the runtime, the movement speed. We don't need the movement speed here. Ha, perfect. And we just need that because they don't move. So we see the same. This is Marwyn, center of Marwyn. You can see my naming convention is very useful here because if you don't use the naming convention, I will get lost with so many regions. It's actually it's Marwyn 00. Yeah, because the latest Marwyn. Yeah, I forgot to rename one thing. Now I will rename it. Just I finish this and I will rename. And Marwyn cinematic listening 1. Perfect. So I have to rename. Let me save because I've done a lot of stuff. As you can see, cinematics are more of a work of preparing stuff than doing stuff. It's more what you prepare. I have 1, 3, 7. And now let me change the names. Okay, so this is Falric, this is Falric 04, if I'm not mistaken, and this is Marwyn 04. Let me have a look. No, it's 03. Okay, good stuff. 03. Fine. Okay, so we do the same for our beloved Falric. One Captain Falric. Add Captain Falric here. Falric, where are you? What is your orientation? Oh no, I'm on the wrong palette. 105. Captain Falric. And then you have Falric and Falric. Oh, I think I misclicked on Cinematic 01 Marwyn. No. Let's use Cinematic 02 Falric. Now the peasants have all this stuff because they walk the same speed Arthas walks, so we can just use the same peasant A00 facing, which one is A? A should be the first one if I'm not mistaken. A, B and C, okay. This is A, it's 141. This is peasant A. Same stuff. We want them to walk. They don't need to run to the gold mine. They can just walk to the gold mine. It look awkward to see them run around. Okay. And this is peasant walk sound. This is used in order to have the unit actually emit the sound. Then we can do something like this, just to divide and copy and do the same. Then again, and we do the same once more. This is in B, and we have 152. It's peasant B, peasant B. Guys, I'm working quite fast now. I mean, I hope I'm not too confusing. I'm working very fast. It's very repetitive at this time, but I'm just doing it as fast as I usually do when I do it offline. So you are actually watching me working now. as I do usually work. Okay, it's not a lesson, this is me working. Okay, so this is fine. One last one, this is for C. Here's the last one here. 1, 2, 7. Yeah, because we approximate, so we should keep our stuff consistent. Always the same. Okay, almost there. Then we need to do all the cleanup, then the skip and the play. We need to adjust a couple stuff, and then you're ready to make the play. I can't wait to make the play. Okay, so this should be that one. Let me have a look at our chat. It may not. Okay, wait. Okay, no, I like it. I love those things because, oh my God, Zodiac, you are the only one writing in the chat, guys. He is very talkative, but you are really silent. If you have a question, of course, do ask me. No, I like it. I love those things because I love to see how they do like special effects. Yeah, this is like doing special effects, just a bit more boring. I mean, it might stay interesting. Yeah, not that many today in chat. I guess I've discouraged people from watching by doing all of that weird stuff so fast. Were you disorganized when you made the first maps? Yes and no. I tried to create a standard as soon as I could, and that standard has been. I refined it a bit, but it's more or less the same standard I've been using until now. So I had maybe some stuff was a bit worse then, but now it's more than a year and a half that I have this full standard in place, and really it's not something I would change, because I can do stuff really fast with this standard, and so I can concentrate my mind into making a good cinematics instead of, oh, what is this variable? I don't know what is it. I can understand the name. I can understand everything I wrote in every map, even after 2 years. So this is the point of everything like that. If you want to make a big project, you need to do like this. Otherwise, you will just get lost and you will stop. And I don't want to stop unless Blizzard force me to stop by just killing Warcraft 3 editor. So let me go back to our display capture, and yeah, because it's impossible to keep track of the windows with that one, and let's do the cleanup. The cleanup is the same, it's specular, okay? One of the things I do is usually turn off all the triggers to make sure nothing bad happens. You need to set up the camera bounce. You need to clean up the camera focal distance. Clean up the weather and reset to the default values. Clean up sounds, we can do that. Clean up all the FX, but there are no FX here, so no problem. Clean up citizens, zombies, this kind of stuff. Okay, and then restore all the stuff. The selection, we don't need to restore here. We can decide what to select. We don't need to do that here. This was done for the culling, which is a bit more complex than usual, and so I had to change some how can I call them, standards to fit the map. Main gameplay mechanics, this is not needed. Stop 3 is not needed. Turn the day-night cycle on. Oh, small notice, always remember to never turn off the dusk and dawn sounds for cinematics, because if you do, they will not come back even when you enable it. Okay, it's bugged in Reforged in 1.32 and I think even later. So never disable them, just disable the day-night cycle, and if you want you can set up a certain time of day. I will not do so now, but it is possible. Sometimes I do it. So In the cleanup, we need to make sure all triggers are off, so we need to disable all of them. Let's do this. So we have which one? Teleport arrive to 02, quindi we have also teleport 01 to 02. Arrive to, we have move, ours move, artists move away. Okay, camera bound, I will do that later. Do all this stuff. We have Marvin. Where is Marvin? Teleport. Marvin teleport. And Marvin teleport again. Then I have Fabric teleport. And Fabric teleport again. If you follow the same order you see on the left, it is easier to remember which one you have actually turned off and which one you didn't. Muradin move. One could tell me, but if you disable all triggers when you run, then why are you doing that? Because I want to make sure nothing can break when you skip the cinematic, okay? Because you can skip mid-cinematic, so everything needs to be disabled immediately. And nothing should ever leak. Not a sound, nothing. This is the point. If I turn off these now, if they are in amidst execution, they will stop everything, and so you can be sure nothing's gonna leak. So we have Muradin move, Muradin arrive. We have Muradin teleport. We have Muradin move away. Okay. Then we have peasants. Oh god, this is going to be fun. Not really. No. Peasants A arrive to tier 2, but I'm peasant teleport. Okay, let's go for B. Peasants B arrive to 2. Peasant B teleport. Let's go for C, and then we're done here. Okay, now we have peasant C arrive, and peasant C teleport. Okay, camera bounce. We already have this stuff, so click on camera bounce. We can just copy because I already made them before. So let's go. Then I have this is not needed anymore. This is needed. This is all needed. This is all needed into cleanup, and we'll do that at the end of cleanup. Perfect. Then we need to select specific units, so we need to select add artist and add Muradin. No player red, player user. Muradin. Okay. Give Muradin to a player. Perfect. Move user units all on their new positions. This is perfect. Already set up. Perfect. This removes the additional units and order. Okay, this is perfect. And then we need to remove all the cinematics units before. Okay, so we here. Okay, so this is not needed, not needed, not needed, not needed, not needed. This is dwarfs unit. Where are dwarfs now? So we have player users. Yeah, this is not needed here. Just that. Perfect. We have cleanup artists. Hello. Cleanup Muradin. Hello. It's likely I forgot something somewhere, and it's not that easy. Clean up, Marin, not fabric. Clean up, and we have here peasants. And it's okay. This should be how it's done. So, okay, I will do it. So let me check. Let me save a second. Then I can also remove all the units placed there, and we are quite close to starting our proper cinematic triggers. So, wildlife. We have wildlife. User Scourges 4, 6, 7, then dwarfs, and stop. So we have 4, 6, 7, no need, no need, no need. I can do this, I think, and I can remove the content and do this. Okay, and I can unpause more here. Perfect. This is not needed. Perfect. And then enable. Perfect. Okay. Now, camera. We don't have a saved camera, but we have a specific camera, and this is the one. This is a variable. This is the one. Okay. And this is the same here. Perfect. So we can remove two variables, not need camera view, and select units. Perfect. Hidden and color filter are needed. And now, so we need to stop all the sounds and then remove all the units. And then I also need to add the funny rifleman, and then we can start doing it. So we have Moradin walk sound, peasant walk sound, artist walk sound, okay, then I will remove here stuff, remove artist no glow, and set variable artist no glow to no unit to reset everything. Idem for Muradin. Marvin. Marvin. Fadric. Okay, and peasants. Okay. Peasants A. Peasant B. Peasant C. Okay, perfect. Now, we need to check out. We say once more. Let me check what are you doing there. Question. You make all the maps in various languages. Is there, so you ask me, is there a way to do it? Okay, so you should ask my translator team, because I have a huge translator team, one for each language supported by Warcraft 3 Re-Reforged, and it's quite a lot of languages considering the ones the base game is supported. I do it by actually, I can show it to you. Wait a second. Okay, so I have to show a bit of stuff now, but I think this is the asset editor. Let me add some more windows. Asset editor. Okay. Please, not in front of my face. And then we have another one, which is the sound editor. Okay, so this is the asset editor, okay? And in this asset editor you can see this locale, okay? For instance, if you go down, we can find some kind of files. For example, these are strings, okay? Global strings and dialog strings in German language. And this is audio in German language. This is why I open the sound editor, because to the sound editor you can see what you can hear. Okay, you can hear the various files. Let me check. Can you hear the sound? This is our Marwin.
I am the sword. Falrig is the shield.
This is the English. Okay, this is the English localization. And then we have also the German, for example. This was piece 1.
Silence is golden.
This is piece 1.
Schweigen ist Gold.
Okay, this has the same path, but it is under a certain folder, which is the locale folder. And so when you set the game with a certain locale, it will load the content in these folders, if available. If it's not available, we will automatically switch back to English, or to unknown in certain cases, but I usually set unknown to English. So there is also a copy of English, which is the unknown language. If you set the game audio in English, you can hear the English locale for sounds. In German, the German locale for sound, and so forth. If you do that for strings, and you can do that with the specific files which are called WTS files, you can localize the strings, and so you have immediate built-in support for all languages. This is how the game is done, and this is how I want to make my work, because it's very, very accessible for people to just download the maps and you have them in your language if you want, or you can mix. I mean, I won't play Italian, but I want to hear English voiceover. It's fine, I can do that, and this is very, very cool. Okay. Okay. So let me close sound editor. And let's go back to our amazing stuff. So, we can remove all of these units. These placeholders are no longer needed. All placeholders. Done. Now, we need to add some additional units, because we need also town hall and the farm, and we need to assign the rifleman, so we can clean up the rifleman by just removing the variable setup, so this way. Okay, town hall and farm. Where is farm? Okay, and we can also reset these animations, because we probably want to reset unit animation. Reset cinematic 02 rifleman animations before you remove the variables handle. Rifleman B. And you have town hall and farm. Okay. This should be your lead. Now we can do the same thing. We did it before. So we can assign these units. I don't remember if I have them already assigned. I think I don't. No, I think I don't. So I just go into setup, and now here at the end, we have setup all the units, and we can add the blend time, and we can add an animation, and of course we need to also reset the blend time. I think this is the default blend time. Let me check. Blend time. Where is blend time? Ah, no, it's smaller, so I can reset it to that one is there. And this is for rifleman A. These are the units I will not create for the cinematic, but are already there, so I need to reset their stats. Okay, and then here I can do that. It's much faster. I can select this one, this guy here. He has a stand ready animation, which is perfect for us. The same we can do for Rifleman B. And then we can just assign the two buildings because they will be shown later. This is schematic 02 town hall. It is this town hall. And schematic 02 farm. It is that farm. Oh my god, okay. I should be done. Very well. Let's start doing stuff then. Let's start and make something in the cinematic, okay? And then we will try it. I will try to get halfway through. Before I try, oh my god, still, I need to check out which are the dialogue lines spoken in this cinematic. So we have...
We're under attack. Take cover. Ah, a gold mine.
From 07
We'll set up our base there. Rescue?
to...
Of course I'll help Muradin. Let's move.
to 07 to 16. So, if you're not adding anything else, and I will probably do that by another time, we also need to remove to stop all of these sounds in case we skip the cinematic. So it's from 06, 07, we tell, 7, 8, 9, no 9, okay, and then we're done. Perfect. Okay. Now we are here. Good. We can delete a lot of stuff here. This has no music. We can do with no music now. I will probably add it later. I need to check out if I can find some music, probably some Ironforge music. So, let's start with that. So we have Cinematic 02A, and we can have a spoken line, so we can, I think, just take it from here. Play dialogue. This is it. No animations for now. Okay, so fade in. We wait a bit less. Okay, this is 7, and it is the first one, which is Arthas.
Ah, A gold mine.
Arthas
We'll set up
seven.
our base there.
The other two all players from no Arthas from cinematic. 001 Arthas no glow. No 02. Starting to get tired. And this is 8, 7. And don't wait. Wait for this to be finished. Okay, so we start with that. We'll see how it looks. I will probably have the people, the 3 good guys walk ready. So we have 02, peasant, and move this one, and this one. No, wrong. That. Okay, I did them wrong. Oh my god. Okay. And I can do some bit of scattering here. Let's reduce this. And then we apply the second one over some time. This can be good. We'll then check. Okay, let me have a look. The gold mine is there. So I need this to not be so close. This will be 400 and this will be 50. No more. Maybe 55. Okay, this is the depth of field to blur out what's in the distance. Then, when this dialogue is over, we should actually change camera. So we should just change that. And we have big camera. And this should be quite closer, like that, with this higher. And then when we add this camera, after a little bit, we need to make sure the timing is fine for when they reach certain position. We have the attack, so they are attacked. Okay, so if they are attacked, we can just play the rifleman attack animation. So we have rifleman A attack. A bit scattered. Boom, boom. Okay, this is good. And we have to cue the stand ready animation. Otherwise they will revert. Okay. And when that happens, so we will probably spawn some particles on the people, on the peasants, not now. So I can just order them to go away. So I will order the first one, which is peasants A, move 0102, then here peasant C, and then peasants B, and then peasant C. Perfect. Let's remember to always do that after each wait to make sure it's compatible with skipping. This is Arthas, and this man found the gold mine. Peasants are attacked. Okay, and so after that we should, when this happens, we should, in the middle of that here, place another dialogue from Arthas. Without that, no, whatever done. Oh my god, okay. So, like here. Without that. This is hate. Hate. And then we can just add a small weight. Just to space things up a little bit. Okay. And then when this is over, we can change again the visual to Muradin. Can you see me? I don't know. Okay. Because I'm concentrated, so I'm really not thinking that much. Okay, I also forget to. Oh, that, like that. Okay, this is a bit more. Let's do this. Maybe it's blurred. Let's see. It's all, I'm eyeballing everything, okay? So this is all eyeball from me. Not that much of a weight. Let's reduce it to the bare minimum. And then we have Muradin line. And then we stop and we try, okay? So, this is, and that is. Muradin 9. Bloody hell. Is that you? This is from Muradin, no globe. And this is Muradin 9. This is 09. Okay. And this is Arthas 9. This is Muradin 9. And this is Arthas 8. Okay. And then after that we can wait like 3 seconds and just end it. Okay, let's try this. So okay, so I'm going to try it now. Let me have a look at the chart first, then I will try this, and then after I've tried this I will stop the Let's Dev, and I will take a glass of water, and then I will play a bit my map without cinematics. So the question is, it's far easier than what I thought. Yeah, it's easy to do localization. It's just hard to find the people to localize stuff. Is the depth of field like really heavy performance wise? No, depth of field I found to actually have no impact on performance whatsoever. I'm used to mod. There's no need to mod this time. People is really not speaking, so except for you, so there's no need to mod anything. I mean, this is quite sad actually. Very sad. Sad pee on paper. Okay, let's go back to display capture and let's try this. In order to try it, I do usually have this, okay? And this is a cheat code I made in order to actually play the cinematic and proceed to the next part. This is much more easy to use with respect to all the stuff. So we need to find this. Okay, the sounds perfect. The only thing we need to find where I have the default stuff. It should be in this quest. Complete event. Okay, play cube. We disable it for now, and we have all of that stuff. So we have base complete. Okay, this is perfect. And this is it. This is it. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Since we have the display, we can just try it and see if it works. There will be for sure some bugs. In the beginning there is always some bugs, some things I forgot to set up. It's so eyeball, so I never tried anything, okay? The map, I tested the map, of course, the gameplay, but never tried this stuff here. Actually, I think there is one thing that might not work. I will see it in the real world. Okay, let's test. Let's give him some time because the editor, it has its times. Can you see it? Let me check on my phone if you can see it the right way. Yeah. Okay. I will need to remake this map, okay? Because this map, this minimap is not how it should be. Let's see. So, okay, let's go. This is the map,
Is there
okay?
danger?
I will not play it now. We'll play it later. Let's try with cinematic 02. Okay, thank you, game. Let's have some laugh together, because this will be fun. The first time is always fun.
Ah, a gold mine. We'll set up our base there. We're under attack. Take cover.
Yeah, I forgot to make the round.
You're not undead. You're all alive.
And we have 2 Muradins. Amazing stuff. Actually quite nice. No music, no stuff. Everything's loads right now. It loads perfectly.
That's them. And they're still under attack from the undead.
Yeah, it works really well. Okay, okay. I'm quite happy actually. This turned out to be much better than I thought.